Let's see what this guy wants. I'm making a Discord bot and using PocketBased as my backend, and I'll have a dashboard. So my problem comes down to how to do the collections and API rules to support multi-guilds. So I was thinking of having collections user. Okay, so he's looking for schema organization advice. How could I have it so when the auth user uses a bot command like view notes, it would return the correct notes for that user and guild? Can I do this, or would I have to do this filtering on the bot side and the client side of the dashboard? When they use a bot command, the correct notes for that user and guild. Well, I mean, I guess you'd have to somehow using that bot command, you'd have to communicate the authentication information for that user so that you could verify who they are, like who's making the request, and go from there. There's not quite enough information here for me to feel super helpful, but I'll keep monitoring this conversation. Sometimes I wait to see if somebody else understands better what they're saying. Let me show you guys something. Goja Node.js is what we're looking for. So I sent in a couple pull requests for Goja Node.js. I woke up this morning and I said, you know what? Something is wrong. Something is wrong with the module resolution code. And it's either something wrong in PocketBased or something wrong in Goja. And so I went to Cursor here. I made a little folder named PocketBased, and inside it, I cloned the Goja Node.js library and the PocketBased library, the PocketBased code, so that I could do a custom build of both. So let me show you what I have discovered. Inside Goja Node.js, there is this resolve thing. And inside this function right here, get current module path, it queries the stack frame, js.stack frame. I don't know exactly what that means, but it gets these frames. And then if there are less than 2 frames, it returns a dot. Otherwise, it returns the source name. Now, the issue here is that, at least for PocketBased, source name is empty. So path.dir with an empty value just gives you a dot back. And then down here in load modules, when it traverses up to find the parent, well, the parent of dot is just another dot. So it immediately breaks out and it doesn't traverse up through the parent hierarchy searching for those node modules. So either we need to get a source name into the stack frames, the call stack, or we need to modify this so it returns some kind of absolute path based on the working directory. So I already went in here and tried to do it, but the maintainer of the code said the fix is not correct because Resolve should not assume it's running in a local file system. So, okay, that might be true, but then what do you do instead? How do you get something into the call stack here? Oh, I didn't see that Gani wrote back. So he says, if you think that the issue originates from the fact that in PocketBased, we don't specify a name when compiling Goja scripts, then we can easily generate one. But is that really the issue here? Can you provide a minimal code sample or repo that illustrates the actual problem, aka what and how to trigger? Okay, yeah, so I can. Let's do that for them. That's a good project here. So here's what we will do. We're going to create a minimal package here, and we're going to do it right in the root. We're going to say minimal mono repo Goja demo. Okay, let's go in here and I'll demonstrate exactly how to do it. So first we'll do a bun init, good, get all that going. All right, now we don't need a README. We don't need a TS config. This has nothing to do with TS. We've got a little git ignore in here. That's fine. Package, we don't need bun as a dependency. We don't need module. And in fact, this is a private module. Okay, workspaces, we're going to say packages. That's fine. Packages. And in there, we will just create a package. Okay, and we will bun init in there too. All right, and we'll get rid of all of this stuff that we don't need, including the git ignore. We don't need that in there. Okay, so we've got a package here, and this is going to be called main, and we'll do source index CJS, just like that. Yeah, actually we're going to do pb hooks index pb.js. Let's do, we don't need any of this. We just need We just need package name, and I guess we can do main. That's fine. PB hooks index PB.js. That's what we'll do here. Okay, and then inside A, we'll have index PB.js, and we'll have a PB hooks in here. We'll put in that. So let's see here. How do we want to do this? Yeah, this isn't quite right. So we've got a package here. Maybe I can do this as even a more minimal example. I don't even know if we need to have workspaces here. So let's try it this way. Let's get rid of that. We'll go with our package JSON here. And so maybe the first thing I want to do is in this package JSON, we want to, let's see here. What's up, Nick? We're hacking in Go today. We're hacking PocketBased. In pursuit of the plugin architecture, I believe I have discovered a bug where either Goja or PocketBased is not properly traversing up into parent node module directories to find hoisted modules, which happens in monorepos, and it could happen for other reasons in other projects as well. But I discovered it from monorepo. I'm trying to get a minimal sample here that illustrates the issue because Gani asked for it right here. Provide a minimal code sample. So I want to find a module here that I know is compatible with Goja. So like cookie is a good one. Or yeah, why not? Cookie. We'll go with. He's probably going to get mad at that because he's going to be like, "There's already cookie support. Why are you trying to?" So let's see. We'll go with maybe there's a better one in here somewhere. Let's look at one of the plugins. Does Auth use anything good? No, just the SDK. What about PocketBased EJS could be something. PocketBased EJS. Oh, Markdown. Let's use Marked. Marked is we'll use Marked. That's a good example. So let's go bun add Marked in the root here. All right. So now we've got Marked as a root dependency here. No, see now I do want to use a workspace. So let's change this back again here. We're going to go workspaces, packages, and then inside let's call it projects, and we'll give it a name like demo. So there's a demo project here with a PB hooks in it. And then that PB hooks is going to have an index PB.js, and it's going to require Marked. That's all it needs to do to blow up. All right, and then inside that project, we'll go cd projects demo. We'll say bun init. That's fine. Take out all the fluff that we don't want. We don't need the index. We don't need the README. We don't need the tsconfig. We don't need the git ignore. We just need this to say that we don't even need. We don't even need any of this. We just need a name. It doesn't even, I'm not even sure it has to have a name. I'm not even sure it needs to be a project, except that here is where bun add marked happens, right? So now let's see here, do we have a node modules? It's supposed to hoist this, right? Let's see, bun I. So marked is here now. Now let's see if we have projects demo. Is there a node modules in here too? Remove that node modules, bun install. Okay, yeah, it's putting marked in there as well. So I think we need to add a second project here. Let's see, we'll call it demo 2, and we'll go into demo 2 and we'll do a bun install there as well. And that's putting it there too. Let's see. Why is it doing that? Workspaces. Oh, because this is, hang on, that's supposed to be project. So bun I. Workspace demo already exists, right? Yeah, so we'll call this one demo 2, bun I. Okay, great. We got it working. I don't even think we need demo 2 anymore. So let's go back out to demo. Okay, hold on. We need all of this. CD projects, demo, remove node modules, and then bun install. Yeah, right. So there's no node modules in here, right? And now if we go PocketBased serve PB data, I can just about guarantee this is gonna do an invalid module somewhere right there. Invalid module. Okay. But if you have I'm gonna call this one a broken demo, and then I'm going to move this out into the root, and I'm going to call it working demo, and it's the very same thing. Working demo there, where workspaces we'll say the root is a workspace as well. Okay, so let's see here. We've got working demo, we've got another one called broken demo, and now if I bun install all of that, great. So if I cd into working demo, actually this still won't work. Watch, PocketBased. This still won't work. Still won't work. It's still going to say invalid module up there because it can't find it. So yeah, so this doesn't need to say broken demo. It can just be called broken, and the project can just be called broken. The working demo, all we need is the PB hooks out of here. We don't need working demo at all. So we have, and we can simplify this even more by just, I don't know if I want to though, because this is we need the workspaces in there because that's how it hoists the node modules beyond the project directory. So right. So we're gonna go PocketBased serve. This will load that module. See that? The module loads. Okay. But if we go into projects broken and we serve out of here, we get fail to load. And the reason it fails to load is because it's not properly traversing up through those node modules. So let's make a little README here. This repo demonstrates that mono repo Goja Node.js module resolution as used by PocketBased does not properly to parent directories when resolving modules. Okay, test case. We chose the marked npm package. Let's go npm.js marked. We chose the marked npm package because it is known to be compatible with Goja. Working demo. 1. In the root directory, there's a pb hooks index pb.js, which is simply quire marked. From the root, run PocketBased dir equals pb data, PocketBased serve dir equals pb data, and observe that the module is loaded successfully. Broken demo. Installation on test case. We chose the marked when resolving modules. In mono repos, packages are hoisted to the mono repo root node modules when possible. These are not visible PocketBased projects running in subdirectories. Okay, so the broken demo is move to broken, cd, projects broken, PocketBased, observe the error. This error is coming from, let's make this really easy here, get current module path, in Goja Node.js, where frames1 search name is empty. When this happens, parent start, let me find that. Okay, let's see how this looks here. All right, this repo demonstrates that Goja's module resolution as used by PocketBased does not properly traverse into parent directories when resolving modules. In monorepos, packages are hoisted to the monorepo root when possible. These are not visible to PocketBased projects running in subdirectories. Yes, okay. Test case. We chose the marked npm package because it is known to be compatible with Goja. Working demo. In the root directory, there's a pbhooks index pb.js, right, which is simply require marked. From the root, run and observe that the module is loaded successfully. Broken demo. CD, project's broken, observe the error, failed to execute, okay, invalid module. This error comes from get current module path in Goja Node.js where the source name is empty. Dir blank returns dot. So that's what returns. Okay, I think this demo is ready to go. So let me say git init, and then we'll do a initial commit. This is not right. Here's that readme. Now, where's my repo? That's PocketBased, Goja Node.js. I don't see my other repo in here. Let me try refreshing, reloading the window. Sometimes that helps. There we go. there, it found it. Okay, so we'll say initial commit. Oh, I guess we need to, this git ignore, we need to add, I'm just going to add node modules and pd data, just those two like that, and star.lockb. And I'll also say here, this problem can be observed PNPM as well. Any package manager that hoists packet to the root will have this problem. Yeah, cool. Okay, so here's our initial commit. Let's put that in there, and then let's ship this to a public benall3 repository. Cool. Open in GitHub. Okay, I posted the repo, the demo repo, back to the PR that I created. You know, I'm interested in something here though. If I go just pb hooks, or if I just go node pb hooks index pb.js, that works fine. So yeah, so I think I want to do this and observe the error. Okay, and then we'll say, as further evidence, this does not follow Node.js's module resolution. You can try and observe that it finds node modules marked in the monorepo root. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in there. README. Okay, yeah, and I'm pushing that up there as well. Okay, well, at least Gani's activated on this. He seemed at first to be really mad that I sent a PR in a different project and tagged him to look at it, because the other PR I sent is right up here, add support for node debug module. And this one will, if you say node debug equals module, it will output this kind of stuff where it'll say like trying to load QSLite, not found, not found, not found, not found, not found, not found, and then QSLite, okay. So it found it. Right? But then trying to load PocketPages, not found, not found, not found, not found, and then fatal, meaning it can't find it. So this will allow you to see which module is failing and why, instead of just this generic invalid module. Realized a while ago that, let's see here. What am I doing? My method of finding the module name from the module path is probably not accurate. If you have ideas on how to find the original module name requested by the user, because a user do something like require package dist index.js. Yep. All right. So we've got both of these pull requests in Goja Node.js, and basically the PocketPages module resolution is dead in the water until this can get figured out. I can't even test it in a monorepo until this bug is resolved. So that's kind of what's going on today. Let's check this out here. Are you guys hot? I'm hot. Let's figure this out. 72 is too hot. Oh yeah, that'll be nice. That'll cool us off. All right, great. So we can progress with this project, but I mean, not really. Yeah, I'm kind of dead in the water as far as testing this. We have all the code, we have all the refactoring done, and we're down here in starters in minimal, testing minimal. But here's the problem is that, you know, when I require PocketPages here inside minimal, there's no node modules directory, right? Because it's all hoisted into the root. See, in the root here, we have PocketPages right here, but it's hoisted into the root. So it's expecting module traversal to work in a monorepo, and currently it does not with PocketBased. You could argue about whose responsibility it is, or like, you know, where the exact bug lies. Like is it in Goja Node.js, or is it somewhere? Would it be better fixed in PocketBased? I don't know, but somebody's got to move on that, right? Because right now it's certainly broken. If you don't supply an absolute path file name in that frame source, module traversal is broken. All right, that said, let's go ahead and commit some changes here. We don't need npm-rc package JSON. Yeah, that's going to be workspace, so we'll whip that. And then down here in PocketBased, we don't need the pnpm workspace because we're not using pnpm anymore. I found a workaround for that. And is this in the Is this in the root? Oh, right, yeah. So we do want this. So we're gonna whip this change to git ignore. Let's just whip the git ignore change as well. All right, we're down to PocketBased, and I'm wondering if I want to keep these in Pocket. Well, I mean, this is my custom. Yeah, I mean, this is my custom build of PocketBased that has the Goja fixes in it. So like, this is the only way that I know how to fix this stuff right now and actually test PocketPages. So yeah, let's think about this a little more. What do we do here? We've got Goja Node.js, and it's in, how do I switch branches here? Yeah, it's in feature node debug, and the other feature branch is the resolve branch, and then we have a master branch, which is the upstream master. So I think what I'm going to do here is create a new branch called PocketPages, and then I'm going to, in Goja Node.js, things get a little weird. Like this git log feature git graph seems to only work with like the primary repository it finds. There's no way to switch into a different one that I can see. This is a little funky. Name PocketPages. Yeah, I mean, the only way that I can see to get in here is to use like this other GitLens commit graph kind of thing, which is quite a bit harder to read. I like git graph. Wait, add repository? What's that about? What's add repository about? That's weird. I feel weird about that one. Remove repository. Yeah, you know what? That's probably like add a repository to like add a remote. That's probably what that is. But all right. So we've got some branches and tags here. Yeah, this is so difficult. See, how come there's no drop down like this for git graph? I get distracted by this kind of stuff. Like, why is there no ability to switch repositories? Or maybe there is. Is it down here? Visualize your commits on the commit graph. That's that thing. Git graph. View git graph. Is that what it's always been? Oh, here's the little button for it. Okay, so there is a way to get to it. It's this thing right here. Blip. Haha. Okay, cool. So what I want to do here, we can drop this stash. We don't need it anymore. I've got PocketPages here. I want to merge the resolve work in progress into PocketPages, and we'll squash those commits. And then I want to merge the node debug into PocketPages, and we'll also squash those commits. Cool. And then I want to go into resolve and just temporarily right here, I'm going to change it back to how I had it, which was, yeah, I'm going to put this back to how I had it. Get current module path. This is the fix that Dimitri says won't work, but it does work for my use cases. So I'm going to keep it that way. And then I'm going to go into minimal here, and I'm going to turn on node debug equals module. And I'm going to, it has to be in here. Yeah. So I'm going to launch from, I just realized there's like a slight problem here, which is current directory should be different. Well, it'll probably work. Yeah, so it loaded all of those. I don't see that it actually printed out the node module resolution stuff. So let's go node d equals module. That's what I was looking for. Now it's showing us all of the module resolutions. Great. So let's go back here into the minimal starter, and we're looking in PocketPages, EJS. I think we need to go run watch in here. And now somewhere in PocketPages, there was like a hello world I want to find. Where is that hello world? Yeah, we got to find that hello world. Where's that coming from? It's coming from in here? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'll just regenerate that. And you see now PocketPages is down to 20K instead of almost 400K. That's the difference that we're trying to solve here. I don't know why I feel like I'm not getting notifications. These. All right. What do we got here? What are we doing? So I'm in, yeah, and then we have this thing that says loading. It's like listing every module that it's loading, and I'm not sure where that's coming from either. So I want to find that debugging information. I really tell where this is coming from. We're currently running a custom version of PocketBased with a custom fork of Goja Node.js that has the bug-fixed module resolution code in it. I'm waiting on these pull requests to happen, particularly this one right here, and hopefully either they will accept some sort of fix into the Goja Node.js core, or Ghani can issue some kind of fix. I've created a demo mono repo showing how it definitely does not load modules the same as Node.js does. So anyway, to test this branch of PocketPages, we've got to have a bug-fixed version of PocketBased running, and that's what we've got here. So I fully expect this to blow up because I've done a massive refactoring and haven't tested a thing. The first thing we can do down in Pages is do a config.js, which we certainly need, and we can do a debug true. Now I see immediately that it's having trouble resolving microdash. So let's make sure microdash is even here. It should be right here, actually. Should be in repos, PocketBased, PocketPages, node modules, slibs microdash. Let's see if we can list that directory. Yep, it is there. So I'm curious why it says that's not found. So let's dip back in here and find out what's going on. I saw a spot in here where it checks package JSON. So it tries to load as a directory. I'm gonna print that, load as directory, and see what happens here. Oh, because microdash is not a CJS module. It's not CJS. Oh, shoot. So this is interesting. If it's not able to load it as a directory, it tries the other stuff and eventually fails. But if it can't find main, I guess it just tries index.js, index.json, microdash.js, microdash.json. Okay, I see. So if main is missing, it just keeps trying, but that seems incorrect, that it should keep traversing up through the packages when it already found the directory. Nick, you're back. Yeah, man, I'm deep in this module resolution stuff. I'm trying to solve this for the world. It's tricky. I think there are a few cases where it's not behaving the same way as Node.js module resolution. Wonder if there's a chat notification sound, notify sound on every message received chat in 6 steps. Yeah, no, not doing that. Idea, sound notification for chat. Okay, yeah, so I'm not the only one who thinks of this. You can add a custom sound to it. Just search for the folder containing WAV files and place your WAV files and restart Chatty and they will appear. Currently I use Chatty. What's Chatty? I use Chatty to play a ding. OBS Chatty. What's Chatty? Free Chatty. Twitch chat. No. That's not going to work. OBS, YouTube, chat notification sound, YouTube alerts. I'm going to the easiest way to set up your YouTube alerts inside of OS Studio.
So I'm going to show you the easiest, the matching package here for load folder for you. So once you have that folder, it's going to be here for my, this is a Call of Duty inspired. What I like to do is I like to just delete this ending part of it, right? So I want everything to be, is you want to come back and you want to go ahead and hit this little plus icon. You'll come to hit browser source. We'll name this.
Nick, maybe you can look into it. Sound alerts, okay. Stream alerts for all types. Okay, wait, here's something. Alert software, OBS sound alerts. I use OBS Studio. Yeah, see, this is another proxying thing. I don't want to do that. I just want it to play a sound when a chat comes in. That's all I'm trying to get it to do. Nick, maybe you can figure it out, buddy. Okay, anyway, back to the task at hand here. We have a problem with microdash. Microdash is not a CJS module. So we have to go in here to plugins and we have to make one called, we have one called microdash already. What? We have one called microdash? I'm ahead of myself. Dist, index CJS, and types. Okay, yeah, it looks like I didn't actually finish this plugin, but okay, here, option. So there's that. TS, oh wait, who's importing microdash? Hold on one second here. Slibs micro /micro. Okay, so we got it in, and we're excluding dist. Okay, so we're pulling it in from EJS source. That's fine. We're pulling it in from after bootstrap. That's fine. Yeah, okay, I think actually the way we can do this, I mean, this is good that we have a microdash plugin here, but that's actually not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is in TSUp, we're saying no external is slibs microdash. We do not want that one to be external. So now let me force a recompile here. All right, let's see. Could not resolve PocketPages. Oh yeah, because PocketPages is also no external. I forgot about that. Yeah. What did we have here? External PocketPages. Yeah, and we don't actually need marked in there. Let's see. Revert this change. We don't need marked, but we do want no external microdash. Yeah, we want that. No external microdash. Okay, let's try this again. Build. Oh, gotta fake it out. There we go. All right, let's make sure that did what we think it did. slibs microdash. Yeah, that did it. So now we'll go back in here to PocketBased. We'll restart this thing, and now this time everything is loaded okay because microdash was, and that's fine. Microdash is super small. I'm not even worried about that. But I do want to check all of these others here. So EJS had a microdash dependency. So in its TSUp, we want that no external in here as well. We're going to use that for anybody who is using the microdash dependency. I don't think anyone else is, but we will try and see. And for this, like some of these could also be ESM only or something like that. So it's possible we might need to bundle some of those dependencies. And also what it means is down here in PocketPages, this microdash dependency gets hoisted into dev dependencies because it's not actually a production dependency anymore. And same with in EJS here, we'll bump it up into dev dependencies. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so now we are ready to try this again, which I expected it wouldn't do anything. But what I am curious about here is we down here in the starter kit in config, we've set debug to true, and that should be printing out some copious debugging information. So if it's not, that's a problem that we need to investigate. So let's go back into PocketPages here. So it's including a bunch of stuff. That's fine, but I don't see that it's even calling debug. Like where like let's find out here. Oh, right, because boot doesn't get called. Yeah, right. I wanted to sort that out. And I think what we did before is we said is in handler equals type of on bootstrap equals undefined. And then if not is in handler, then we call the on bootstrap like that. Okay, getting this sorted here. All right, now let's see what we're doing. Okay, now we're getting some feedback. This is what I was hoping for. Okay, so debug value is true. Great. That's what I was wondering about. Yeah, so we just didn't have our bootloader working right, but now we do. So the routes here, this is where we want to be a little bit careful. Yeah, a little bit careful. So it found a file here, index.ejs, the absolute path, yes, the fingerprint, the asset prefix is nothing. The segments, the node name is index.ejs, right. So here it says is static is true, right. So if is static is true, it should just return it. Oh, but yeah, probably not though, because it probably doesn't catch this route. Curious what happens if I just go index.ejs. Yeah, so that returns it. Okay, that much of PocketPages is working. So now the next thing we need to do is figure out how to run it through the EJS preprocessor. So in order to do that, here in the minimal example, couple things that need to happen. Dependencies, PocketPages, plugin, EJS, that's coming from our workspace as well. Let's uninstall that. And then in PocketPages, plugin EJS is there. It is there. Let me make sure we're building our EJS. Yep, we've got a dist here. Let's rebuild it though. Run build, because I'm actually expecting to see I'm actually expecting to see in EJS just index CJS. There we go. Here's an index CJS, and then that matches the CJS and DTS from there. Good. So EJS looks like it's smaller than I expected. So let's see what's going on here. It requires PocketBased EJS. Sure, that's okay. Yeah, right, because it's only the extra stuff. Okay, right. So, all right. So then going back into minimal, bun install. Got it. Now, inside minimal, we need to say in config plugins, we're using PocketPages plugin EJS. Let's see what happens here. We're infinite looping now. Not a function. What's this referring to? Not a function. Let's see here. Require plugin factory config is not a function. Let's go into PocketBased EJS and see what's going on here. This is supposed to be exporting a plugin factory. And it is. I think in load plugins here, it would be good to add a little bit of debugging information here. So we'll say debug loading plugin. And then I think we want to try and catch all of this, something like that. All right, PocketBased, PocketPages plugin EJS. So yeah, this is definitely not exporting the function like we thought it would. So let's go into the generated CJS here and see what's going on. Source default equals that. Is there an exports in here anywhere? Source exports, module exports equals to CommonJS source exports. Source exports default. Yeah, I don't know if that's right. Maybe export default is wrong. Maybe it's just supposed to be export equals. Let's ask Cloud, how do you do the equivalent of a module export? You can do just module exports? I don't think you can. Let's check this again here. Okay, so module exports equals to CommonJS source exports. And source exports, I mean, let's just copy props, define property to CommonJS. Yes, module value equals true. Mod, copy props. We're trying to figure out how to do the equivalent of a module export. So it says here export equals something. Option 1, okay, for ES modules, CommonJS style with, okay, let's try export equals. I didn't think that worked. Export assignment cannot be used in a module with other exported elements. We have other exported elements. We have an exported type. Yeah, we have an exported type, but that's not. Let's just see what this does. Yeah, so that broke the DTS build. Export assignment cannot be used when targeting ECMAScript modules. Consider using export default or another format dead. The module type is CommonJS. Yep. Format is CJS. Module. Let's try CommonJS for the module. Let's see if that works. Option bundler can only be used when module is set to preserve or ES 2015 or later. So we'll just set it to ES6, let's say. Export assignment. Yeah, so it just doesn't like that. Let's go back to how we had it. Maybe there's a way we can convince it here. Okay, so in the DTS, yeah, we have our types exported. That's correct. But then down here, SRC default, SRC exports. What does this do? Export, target, all, find prop. Let's just see what this does for us. So, okay. So we're having trouble loading PocketBased plugins EJS still. Yeah, so it's exporting some kind of default thing. Maybe we should just support that. It's probably the easiest thing to do. Okay, so we'll load the module. Then we'll say return module default or module as plugin factory. And then here we'll say factory equals load factory, and factory here equals load factory. Now, at least we're loading those defaults if it has it. Yeah, cool. So there it found a plugin. Good. Fine. We've got the factory working there. Great. I like that. Now let's go here and see if we can get an index EJS working. So resolve route, we've got to turn on all of the debugging in here back on again in resolve route so that we can see what it's doing. Okay, so parse route. The URL is there. Okay. Try fnames is none of them. Yeah, this is why. And okay, we have the routes and the route candidates. Right. So what's interesting here is try fnames is just the URL path, which is an empty string. And then we're trying to match that to a segment, but I'm already noticing that there's a problem here because the isStatic route is set to true, and that's not right. So let's go down in here. Somewhere in here, we set isStatic to false, and then isStatic equals, if nobody handles the route, it's static. So in PocketBased EJS, PocketPages EJS, we don't have handles in here. So we want handles. And honestly, that's probably right. That's probably exactly what handles needs to be. So in EJS, we will run watch. Let's put that in here. Yeah, watch. We'll run watch. Good. And then we'll go back here and reset things again. Let's check out our routes. Okay, this time isStatic is false. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're back. So I think I know what to do here. We need to look at this bootstrap handler. And if the route is not static, last segment, so if base name equals index, then we say last segment node name equals empty. I think that is what we need to do to match that route. Or you know what it actually should be is, let's just go last segment node name equals the base name. So in other words, some plugin is going to handle this, right? Watch what the route looks like now. Now if it is static, okay, last segment equals route segments, length -1. Last segment node name equals, so maybe I'm misunderstanding what base does. Returns the last element of the path. So that's not right. I guess there is no const file node. All right, I think this will do it, where we slice off the extension. See how that does. Okay, there we go. The node name is index. Now, down here in our try fnames, we have URL path, which is, it's got to be URL path index. And then if it does not equal index, then we want to push URL path /index. Yeah, this work for us. So the node name is index, and it's going through the fnames, and it's going to look to see if the segment name's length matches the parts name's length. And then it goes through route candidates here, and it finds out if all the segments match. Now, if the route is static, it returns false. We don't need to check any static routes here, so we'll just say filter for not route is static and the segment lengths are equal. We don't want any static routes. There's no reason to have those in here. All right, so now let's go through it here and try to hit this. Boom! Hello, PocketPages. Holy shit, guys. Yes. How do you like them apples? Yeah, this is good. Oh, I got kind of a cool hairdo going on here. I like it. Yeah, it's a little funky, but that's okay. All right, so hello, PocketPages. Beautiful. Let's try some other ones in this. The minimal starter works. Now let's review this minimal starter to see if there's anything we like in here. First of all, we will whip the EJS plugin here, and we will whip the microdash plugin. It's not done yet, but whip. We will whip PocketPages. We kind of solved this thing, at least for now. Yeah, loading plugins and stuff, resolving the route is much better. Yeah, so we can whip PocketPages as well. And then what did we change in minimal here? We said we needed to, okay, this is interesting, where, like, I'm curious about this. Do you have to specify a plugin, or can it default to EJS if you don't specify any plugin. Or can EJS just be kind of like a core plugin that's built in? I don't know. It's very composable this way, but then it means that you have to have a config.js in every installation. And you have to choose some kind of, opinionated. It's opinionated. It's EJS centric. It's opinionated. I think maybe I want to leave it this way for now. Check to make sure we have good sound. It's opinionated. Yeah, we have good sound. Okay, so I'm going to say that we like this and we're going to whip it. Now, I don't know why those are showing up inside the PocketPages Git repo. I'm going to reload here for a sec. This seems really weird to me. Like, why would, because it's in, okay, yeah, this is fine. Let's whip this too. Whip it. It's Goja Node.js. Oh, yeah. Right, load as directory. We'll go temp fix default to CWD if source name is empty. Yeah, there we go. And then, I don't think I want to whip that yet. I don't know. I guess I can. Let's just get it out of the way. All right. Shall we move to another starter project? Let's try another starter project. So we did minimal. Let's see what auth uses. Auth uses layouts and it uses a bunch of EJS. So I think all this needs is PocketPages plugin EJS. Like that, and it also needs PocketPages plugin auth, like that. So let's install all of that. Now we need to go up here to auth and make sure that this is doing what we think it's doing. So it's got an index.cjs. It has a source. This is just PocketPages now. Oh yeah, interesting. So this one pulls in the JS SDK, which means let's go look at JS SDK here. And it's pulling in the JS SDK JS VM. Yep. And it's exporting its plugin factory. Let's try building this. It did not like it. Extend API. Oh yeah, this one's not working here yet. Yeah, how are we gonna do this? Set auth from header or cookie. Yeah, we need to clean this up a little bit. Yeah, it's like we need something really high up in the middleware handler here. Like when it creates request and it creates response and so like right after it loads the plugins, it needs to go like for each on request, response, routes, config, something like that. Yeah, so it's going to be on request. And then in here, it's going to be request, response, routes, and config, and global. Throw global in there. Well, I guess it has config, global, and routes already, so it doesn't need config, global, and routes there. It just needs the other ones that it doesn't have yet. Okay. On request, and then this right here, all of this, the set auth from header or cookie, we're going to go on request, and inside here we're going to set auth on header or cookie, and then this is global.pb. And the config that comes out of here, this is a little bit interesting because this global context is and string any, because we can add to the global context. All right. There's going to be a lot of new documentation in this. But anyway, we have this on request. It sets the pages global context. Yeah, come on. How come that's not plugin factory? Is PocketPages not building? It's going weird here. TSUp is freaking out. Just quit that node process, see what it does. Sometimes TSUp does this every once in a while where it's just failing to build. Let me see if I can make sure none of them are running here. We'll even stop PocketBased. Okay, nothing's running in any of these. Let's try removing node modules and reinstalling. Maybe that'll help. That did it. Go figure, man. Go figure. Okay, bun, run, watch EJS. We'll watch that one. We'll bun, run, watch JS SDK. Maybe I like it better called bun dev. It's doing it again. I think maybe it doesn't like running a bunch of them at the same time or something like that, because it's just having trouble. I guess what I'll do on these is just bun, run, build, since watch doesn't seem to be working. Bun dev. Yeah. Chakadar seems to be working better. So now we'll go into JS SDK, bun install Chakadar CLI, and then dev is going to be Chakadar instead, and we'll just go bun dev. That seems to be working. Good, good, good. Didn't like the DTS build there. Why is that? Oh, yeah, because of this PocketPages thing here. PocketPages. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so this one is building as well. All right, let's go into auth, the auth plugin, ID Chakadar CLI, and then we'll go dev like that. Good. And now auth is doing what? Oh yeah, right. We're back to this issue where, yeah, it's like, why isn't it loading the new? Oh, there it did. Okay, there it did. So we'll save that. It loaded everything. Now let's see what auth included here. Auth plugin factory. Yep. I mean, that's good. That's the stuff right there. Let's go check to see if there's a Goja Node.js reply. Doesn't look like there is. Okay, that's fine. Cool, cool. All right, so we have auth building as well. Now in minimal, there's no build. Let's do a little whip here. We've done a lot of changes with that. Yeah, so EJS is building. The JS SDK is building. We don't need marked or micro dash or SSE yet, but we will need those in a while. But for now, I think we're focused on auth, EJS, and JS SDK. Now, we got to decide what we're going to do here because this has a dependency. It won't work without the other plugin. So the question is, do we want to be explicit with our plugins, or do we want to do some kind of thing like Goja does like Golang does some kind of indirect plugin dependency thing? I think we want to be explicit. So the setup for this, yeah, PocketPages auth, PocketPages SDK, and then the plugins are whatever's already there, plus the new ones. Down in the auth starter, we have plugin EJS, we have plugin auth, we need plugin JS SDK. You're so smart. All right, so let's go in and install all of these, and then go back to air here, and instead of minimal, we're doing auth, I think. And then see, inside PocketPages, require PocketPages, I'd kind of like to move the config here because this little stub is absolutely necessary. Yeah, now how is this one producing this kind of output? This is the right kind of output right here, little module exports thing. How is it doing that? Just a bunch of exports. See, I'm kind of back to liking this boot idea. Like, what if we go, I guess I could do it this way, and then bootstrap handler could be, I like it better the other way. I think I like it better just with an explicit config. Yeah. So, okay. So inside pages here, we're going to have a config.js, and that's going to be module exports. It exports auth, it has those plugins. It has the EJS plugin as well. Yeah, it has debug equals true. It has all of those going for it. Yeah, so then in PocketBase, in our custom PocketBase build, we're going to launch auth now, and it's missing PocketPages plugin JS SDK. So let's go into packages, starters, auth, and make sure PocketPages plugins JS SDK is indeed there. All right. So it's not finding PocketPages plugin JS SDK. Why not? Let's go find it. All right, is the package named wrong? PocketPages plugin JS SDK. That seems right. Plugin star. Let's see if it's in here. Yep, JS SDK. Is it? Here's the issue right here. The JS SDK has a CJS and a types index DTS. Now when we run this, still not finding it. Well, but it says syntax error. PocketBased JS SDK JSVM dist PocketBased ES MJS. Oh, it's loading an MJS from there. Let's find out what this is doing. Let's open up our JSVM project and see what's going on here. So main is the is the MJS /CJS is the export for that, but this doesn't Goja Node.js does not support this exports construct. Shoot. I wonder why main is an MJS. That kind of doesn't make sense, but that's what he did. Yeah, so right now, Goja Node.js does not support subpath export, and I think it should, because it would make it a little easier for us so that we didn't have to specify this whole path. So check this out. In the way we import the Pocket-based JSVM in the JS SDK, we're going to have to go dist Pocket-based. We're going to have to do something like this. I don't even know if that's going to build. Maybe we just cannot find module. Okay, there it built it when I just did /CJS, but I'm almost certain that that's not going to resolve properly. I mean, watch. You go watch it here in PocketBased. I guarantee you that's not going to resolve. See, it's looking for that /CJS everywhere, and it's not finding it. Should we try to implement it? Should we try to implement it? Yeah, I mean, what the heck, man? This is gonna... Okay, well, there's there's two things we can do here. The easiest thing to do is to go into the JS SDK JSVM and change this to PocketBased CJS.js. Just change main to that. Yeah, dude, I think that's the move for now. Let's just see if that works. So we're just gonna go Pocket star. Okay, yeah, and let's link this one. So we're gonna go bun link, and then in here we're gonna go bun link file not found. Pocket-based JS SDK JSVM. What just happened? Where'd all my code go? There's nothing here anymore. I changed it in the wrong spot. I want to go right check and then here in this package JSON, this is where I want to do the CJS.js. Okay, and we do have a build of this already, and we want to go bund link just like that. And then here we want to go bund link just like that. List node modules. Okay, yeah, now it's linked appropriately, so it should pick up that main JS. Let's see if it does. It says invalid module again. So, because of the CJS thing. Yeah. No, we're fine. Let's go back into, where were we even doing this? Inside the JS SDK, yeah. So it's gonna import that, and that'll be fine. PocketPages plugin JS SDK is not found. JS SDK, why isn't it finding the? It requires Pocket-based JS SDK JSVM, right? And in here we've said that the main is the index CJS. So why is it still grabbing a reference to PocketPages plugin JS SDK? What's wrong with it? Okay, all of our modules loaded now. There you go, Nick. Just for you. I'm just messing with you, man. We don't get political. Okay, where are we at here? Oh yeah, so I like this little addition here where it says like okay and loaded and stuff like that. Like that seems nice. The colorization. I might want it just on the whole thing though. It's a little hard to spot at the end. It's not that hard to spot. It jumps out to me. Yeah, cool. All right, so now if we go to localhost 8090, oh my God, I can't believe this is working. Log in. Are you telling me it's gonna work? Okay, thank you. I was a little worried there. Good. Object has no member PB. Plugin auth. Index CJS, let's look at it. Global.pb is not there. Why is that? Let's look back at the JS SDK here. On extend API. Oh, because we're expecting it from the global API. Right. Yeah, because up here we've got the global and we can just go global.pb equals that. And then we return an empty plugin because we're not doing anything else with it. It appends it to the global. Yeah. So this plugin factory here. Now I'm wanting this plugin factory on extend API. I want this to be on extend context API so that it's not extend context API context. Yeah, that is right. Extend context API context. Yeah. So then that's gonna ripple through here a little bit. There's no extend API in there. There is an extend API in here. On extend context API is what that's going to be now. Untyped function calls may not accept typed argument. Okay, there's auth. JS SDK we just handled. Marked might extend the context API, but we haven't even touched marked yet. Micro dash certainly on extend context API is what we want for micro dash. We haven't even been building that one. Let's see if we can get this, if we can get micro dash to build. Got to be pretty close. Yeah, 4K. Yeah, perfect. Good. So that'll work for micro dash. And then SSE on extend API on extend context API. We'll fix that. And we'll fix this import. We're going to have to fix SSE later as well. Cool. Okay, we refactored that plugin API. And now we're ready to go back and test again here. Flip object has no member PB on request. Global PB. So that's coming from PocketPages plugin auth. Global PB. Oh, it's because it didn't get rebuilt. That's why. All right. So now we've done that and we're ready to try again. Oh my goodness, it worked. Unbelievable. Are all these going to work? Okay, failed to authenticate. This one failed to authenticate. Ben at Ben all free. Okay, so I thought we tried a Ben at Ben all free. Failed to authenticate. Let's see if OTP works. OTP's working. So let's log in again. Username, password. And I guess I'm just gonna copy the password here and jump into the admin, change the password to the correct one. And then I'm going to go in here and try to log in and it works. Okay. All right. So I just had a weird password in there. All right. Change email address, new email address. Yeah. That stuff's not implemented yet, but we've got we've got auth working. Man, I'm very, very encouraged by everything that's going on here. So let's whip all that progress. Oh yeah, and we added color, right, enhancement, module, debug colors. Yep, with that. Okay, everything's put to bed. What comes? The auth starter is working. The Daisy UI starter is probably pretty close to working. I think Daisy UI just uses the one plugin. This isn't even correct. Where's that coming from? Asset. But why is it? I'm thinking about a feature here, the plugin factory, where you can enable debugging and it gives you a debugging method that's ready to go. So for example, let me look at load plugins.